Hello everyone, made it to another middle of the week. Hope you're having a good one. Hope that you are being blessed. Wanted to just talk to you a little bit about what's happening in a lot of people's lives. If you have kids, you're sending them back to school either last week like I did, or some are sending them to school this week. If they're heading off to college, they're heading off probably next week to start. And that is an emotional time, especially if you're sending them off for the very first time to kindergarten. Today, my Facebook account reminded me of that day when I sent my son, my oldest, to kindergarten off to school for the very first time. And that's been kind of in my mind, and I know others have been doing that too of late. And just this week, I'm sending my son off now, not to kindergarten, but off to college for the very first time as he heads onto that new adventure. It's a weird feeling when you're sending your child off to school for the first time, not fully knowing what's waiting for them. You have a bit of an idea, but not fully. And then when you send them off to college, you know a little bit of what they're going to face, but not fully. And yet you send them off anyway, hoping that you've trained them, that you've given them the tools that they need so that they can be successful in this world, and most of all, that they'll take God with them when they go. As I thought about this, I thought about the story here in the Bible. God's children, those first children who had to leave Eden. God had to send them out because they had sinned. And I wonder how God felt when those two headed out, because God didn't just have a notion of what was heading their way. He knew what was coming. And yet the beautiful promise in the Bible, and we find it here in John 14, and I think it applies all the way through the story. John 14, verse 18, as Jesus is talking about leaving the disciples, he makes this wonderful promise. And since God doesn't change, I think this promise is for all time. John 14, verse 18, Jesus says, "I will not leave you as orphans. I will come to you." God didn't leave Adam and Eve alone. He was still working with them and helping them there as they left Eden. He doesn't leave us now. Just like we don't leave our kids, even though they're heading off to school or they're moving off to college to make their way in life. We don't leave them. We're always there for them. And that's what I find so comforting about God, is no matter where we're heading down the road in life, whether it's beginning life, right here in the middle of life, or maybe at the end of life, God says, "I will not leave you as an orphan. I will come to you." He will walk the road with us. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. Wherever you're at in life, know that God is with you, and he's going to walk with you all the way. Friends, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope you'll join us for worship and Bible study this coming Saturday here at the Piedmont Park Seventh-day Adventist Church. Our Bible study time starts at 9:30, and it's for all ages. In fact, this week I'm excited because we're starting a college-age class for young people from 9:30 or whenever they arrive until about 10:45. And then we have our worship service that starts at 11, and all these things are both online and in person. So we'd love to have you join us, whichever way works for you. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of the week, and let's do our best to take care of everyone.